Welcome to Counseling 80. So what I'm going to do is give you a tour of our class so that you have a clear understanding of how things are set up and where you can find things and just how to make things a little bit easier for you. So let's go ahead and take a look around. So I am looking at this under the student's view. And so this is the home page. This is where you would land every time you come into Counseling 80. And this is a page that I actually change every single week. So after week 1, I'll take down this video and the getting started information. I might post another video in there just about what we'll be doing within that particular week. And I will also have a to-do list. So you'll see that every single week. So it's very clear what's going on and what it is that you have to do. On the right hand side over here, you have a to-do list, and so you can see that yourself as well if you want to use that. And then there's also the course calendar. And so if we click on that, Counseling 80 over here on the right hand side is in green. And so if we scroll down, you can see the Counseling 80 assignments and when they are due. If you were taking another class, that class may be highlighted in purple. And so that class would be associated with the color purple, and those assignments would stick out that way for you. You can also see course notifications in here. And then over on this left-hand side, there are announcements here. So if I make an announcement to the entire class, you can take a look at what that announcement is. Obviously, you'd want to review that. I also have a link I'll show you where you can set up your notifications in a certain way so that goes to your phone or your email, however you want to be notified. And then the modules is the bulk of our class. So that's where class sits, is within the modules. So these little arrows here on each week, you can collapse, which I like to do, so that everything is really clean. And so once you go through something, you can then close it, and so it's not sticking out for you. So in support for online learning, you'll see navigating your Canvas course and mobile access. So you want to read through that so that you set up your notifications. There's support for students learning online, so take a look at that. Our netiquette. The question and answer forum is where you would post a question that you would want anybody in the class to answer, including myself. So if you have a question and you think other students would benefit from that, then post it to the Q&A forum. If you have a question that you just want to ask me personally and you do not want it to go out to the entire class, then you would use this inbox over here on the left-hand side. This is just about my contact information and communication policy and that type of thing. So you can always send me an email, or you can use that inbox over there to send me a message. Under getting started is where you'll see, oh, this is about setting up your notifications in here and putting in your picture or an avatar or something so that it's not just the blank account here, like over here on the left-hand side. That really helps me as I'm grading. It makes, builds for community, makes it a little bit more personable. So I really want you to change that gray little person in there. Here's where you'll find information on the class format and the syllabus. And then this link, assignments in Canvas, is where you will have some links here about how do I submit online assignments, how do I upload a file for an assignment, and so forth. Okay, so that would be helpful. I'm going to go ahead and leave student view so that we can get into the actual course and you can see it. It's not open yet, so you can't see those things. So pretty much Counseling 80 is video format. It's not an easy class to do just typing wise. So I do have a lot of videos. I try to keep them, under 15 minutes for the most part. Or what I've done is I've taken the content and I've broken up into 3 5-minute videos to make it a little bit easier for viewing. but there are videos here. So this is week 1. So you'll just move through each one of these so you can see what I've done. Like for California community colleges, this is a 5-minute video, and it's going over this information that I have here for you with links. So you can not just watch the video and watch me do it, but you can get in there and play with the links as well. Okay. So we have just our intro week, then we'll move into CSU's, UC's, California independent colleges and universities, as well as out of state. We'll talk about the application process to the schools and about financial aid and scholarships. And then we'll go over what transitions you'll make as a transfer student to the four-year university, and you'll have your final. So it's a short and sweet class, but it's packed with a lot of information. The assignments that I do, they're pretty consistent. So we have class discussion. You have a virtual tour of each of the systems. So you'll do a virtual tour of CSU campuses, UC campuses, California Independence, and out of state. And then I always have a resource section for additional information. Okay. So it's pretty straightforward. I think you'll find that it's pretty easy to navigate, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me.